Hey guys, this is your girl Jennifer Land, the Crown Jewel, and I am back with another YouTube video. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So today I want to talk to you guys about the cost of pride, anger, and unforgiveness. The cost of pride, anger, and unforgiveness. And so I want to talk to you guys about this because, as we know, every kingdom journey is different. Every kingdom journey is different. My story is not going to look like your story. Their story is not going to look like that person's story. Everybody has a different journey. And so it's all up to God how He's going to bring our kingdom marriage together. And a part of it has to do with us, the decisions that we are making, and if we are partnering with God. So when we partner with God, that means we are in agreement with Him. We are trusting whatever He's going to do. We are trusting the process. We're putting our faith in Him and believing that whatever He tells us to do, we're going to do it. And that's going to be that. We're not going to fight God on it. We're trusting Him. And so for some of you guys, God is going to be bringing your spouse back to help you. Now, this may not be for everybody, but there may be some single moms out there that may need some help in some different areas. And this doesn't have to be just for people that are standing and believing. This can be somebody that has not even came in contact with their spouse yet. So there's two groups of people, but there are some of you guys, your kingdom spouse they're gonna be coming in to help you or in the areas that you need help with in life. Like I said, God knows exactly what you need. I've talked about this before. Okay, so like I said, you may know your spouse and you may know your spouse and you may not know your spouse. For those of you who don't know your spouse and you know that you have been praying and asking God to help you in certain areas of your life, and you know that it may require a spouse's attention or help or support, God is going to do just that for you. He is sending help your way. He is sending help, but we have to keep in mind what we are praying about. Now, your spouse may not return or not return. He may not come. They may not come. This can be a word for a man or a woman. They may not return. I keep saying return. Maybe that's what I need to be saying, or I'm so used to saying return because I'm always talking to the believing spouses more than anybody. But the people that don't know their spouses, the spouse may come and they may not look the way you want them to look, but they are somebody that's going to be just right for you, and they are coming in to help you in the areas that you need help. So that's one group of people. The second group of people is for the believing spouses, it's for the standing spouses. And this is really for people that are upset and mad with your spouses. This is really what this word is about. But I wanted to include a portion for the people that have not met their spouses yet. For the people that know who your spouse is, God is going to be returning your spouse back to you to help you in the areas that you need help. Now, I'm saying this because I don't want you guys to miss out on the blessing that God is going to do in your life. And when I say blessing, the spouse is coming back, and I feel God right now, so I'm on the right page. The spouse is going to come back to help you in the areas that you need help. But there are many of you guys that are mad at your spouse. You have a spirit of pride. and I won't say many, maybe some of you guys may have a spirit of pride, you may have a spirit of anger and even unforgiveness because of what your spouse has done to you, because of what your spouse has put you through. You've chosen not to forgive. You're saying you don't want any piece of them. But I am telling you that God is going to send some of these spouses back to help you. So we need to work on the spirit of pride, anger, and unforgiveness right now because you do not want to miss out on your blessing because you are being resentful towards this person. You can't get past what they've done to you. God is returning this person and they are going to be able to help you in some of the areas that you need help. I'm going to give you guys a perfect example. I had a family member that got mad at me a couple of years ago. Prior to them getting mad at me, I helped them in a certain area. They came back to me a second time, like a year later, asking for me to help them in that same area. I told them I couldn't do it this time because my spiritual belief was on a different level and I felt it would not be sowing the right seed in their life. But the first time I helped them, they were in a ER, an emergency situation, and I helped them. Second time, didn't help them. But I was willing to help them in some other ways, but that wasn't received. They wanted the type of help that they wanted. Fast forward to this year, you know, like I said, the family member, because I didn't help them, they were upset with me. They basically didn't want the relationship because I said, and I didn't even say because of whatever. I said I'm in a different place with God now. I can't do this anymore. And so fast forward, I was put in a position to be able to be a blessing to them. Now, this time, this year, they didn't come, but I said this would be an excellent opportunity for them to help them. They did not receive the blessing. They didn't want what I was offering to them. They didn't want what I was willing to give to them because they were still upset from the past from when they came to me before. They were still holding on to anger, still holding on to pride, still holding on to unforgiveness. So the blessing at that point, it was over and done with. It had to go to somebody else, but I had the blessing right in my hands to be able to give to them. So this is the same thing that I'm saying to you guys. When God presents you when he present this person to you, they're coming back to be a blessing to your life in the areas that you need help. And I am telling you guys today, deal with if you know you've been praying to God, you've been saying, God, I need help with XYZ, I need this, I need that. Your spouse may be the very person to come back to help you in those ways. You guys don't think that God is talking to these spouses? That you don't think he's talking to these spouses? God is talking to these spouses. He's a lot of them, they're going to be having dreams, they're going to be having encounters, visions, all of that. The same way God talks to us, he is going to start talking to some of these spouses. So again, some of you guys, the spouse is coming back to be a blessing to you guys. There's somebody out there, you've been asking God for help in some areas, and you've been saying, let's just say if you're a single mother, you have limited support with the kids, XYZ, whatever the case is, your spouse is coming back to help you in that area. You feel like you've been somebody that, let's just say it's been rough for you financially. Your spouse is coming back to help you in those areas. Whatever area you've been praying to God about, your better half is going to come in because he has now, or they have now had an encounter with God. They've heard from God. God has placed it on their heart. And get this, even if they um like I said, these spouses, they're not all coming back perfect. And so some of them, it may take a little bit of time, but some of them, They may just come and present you with a blessing, even though they may not be fully back. This means that God is working on them. And it may take a little bit of time. But what I'm saying to you guys is be open and be ready to receive the blessing, however it comes, however it may look, because God is working. God is working. So I don't know who that is for. Only you guys know your situation. But don't miss out on a blessing, and you know that you've been believing God for a thing. You've been believing God. So only you know what that is once again. This is your girl, Jennifer Lynn, the Crown Jewel, and I will talk with you guys next time.